Mhm. Hey, plumbing bros. Welcome to Potty Talk Live, where we take it into the trenches, the crawl spaces, basements, kitchens, and baths, all around this big, beautiful world of ours to talk to plumbing professionals just like you. Hey there, I'm Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber, coming at you live from Command Central here in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana, USA. And again, welcome. Hey, if you're a first-time viewer of Potty Talk Live and you're a proud plumbing professional, all right, proud to be in the plumbing industry, you are at the right spot. You are in the right place because Potty Talk Live is for plumbers. All right, it's for us plumbing guys and gals. Okay, it's created by plumbers for plumbers. We talk to plumbers all over this world of ours, but tonight, hey, the lovely Laura's in the house with me. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Great.
All right, hey, but tonight I'm going to answer a question that many of you have on your mind and that I get asked all the time. In fact, I got asked at least once today. It's like I get asked, once or twice a day. I get this question. See, do you have this question? Is this on your mind? Mr. $1 Million Plumber, should I start my own plumbing business? I get that all the time. And I get it. Hey, you're out there doing your thing. Okay. Yeah. First of all, I want to say that it's never been a better time to be in the plumbing industry. And if you're a plumber and you're in the plumbing industry, there's never been a better time. So yeah, if you're looking to start your own plumbing business, hey, there's never been a better time to start your own plumbing business. There's plenty of work, there's plenty of customers, there's plenty of plumbers, plenty of jobs. Robots aren't going to take our jobs. Okay. So they need us. It's not something that's going away. It's not something that you can be taken care of with an app. Okay. So they need us. All right. So there's never been a better time. There's lots of opportunity there to be both a plumber, to work in the industry, and also to own your own plumbing business. So, hey, if you are thinking about having your own plumbing business, starting your own plumbing business, look, I get it. I think you should, but there's some things you got to consider first. All right. In fact, there's 3 things. I wrote them all down here. Okay. Before we started here, it's kind of what I talk with guys when they're asking me the question. I kind of go over these kinds of things. First of all, you got to consider, you need to ask yourself, do I love plumbing? Okay. Do I love the idea of plumbing, or do I love the idea of business? Okay. Which one are you more attracted to? And it's an important question you got to ask yourself, and you got to answer, because, there's nothing wrong with, loving plumbing. A lot of the guys really enjoy, we kind of all fall into plumbing. That's kind of a reality to that. We kind of fall into plumbing. We discover we like working with our hands. We like the trade. We're good, that kind of a thing. I like being in a truck. I like showing up to the job site. I just like the environment. Okay. If that's you, great. All right. Or do you like the idea of business? Are you attracted to the idea of growing something, of making something, creating something, and you're attracted to the numbers of business and creating this asset and growing something? All right. Hey, if you're, it's important. You got to be one way or the other. For the guys that really tell me that they love, plumbing, I advise you to just stay in plumbing. Okay. Work for someone, stay in the plumbing industry. It's great. There's lots of opportunity there. It's you can have a great living. You can make a great living. Hey, be the guy, all right, in your plumbing company. That's that plumbing company ambassador. Ain't that right, sweetheart? And that what we kind of you need those kind of guys, all right. So really be the star. Work at being the star of your company. Be what we call a plumbing ambassador, and enjoy that. Okay. But if you do have this kind of ache, all right, that you kind of want to do your own thing, and you truly want to do your own thing, and you like the idea of the business side of things, then by all means, go for it. Okay. So that's there. Okay. We got to decide whether or not you're in the plumbing or you kind of like the idea of the business side. The next thing is to consider, there's all kinds of plumbing to do. And so a lot of us start out, and we started this way, didn't we? You start out, you get a couple of commercial accounts, you kind of, you're working for another company, and then, these commercial accounts kind of like you. So you wind up getting the McDonald's, you're cleaning the grease traps and the drains for the McDonald's, fixing the stuff. And you got so that you think, man, I could start my own business. Or you get a little builder or some kind of remodeler, that kind of likes your work, and you're able to pick up some of their work, and, oh man, I got this little business. You're doing that kind of warranty work. You get the warranty, maintenance account, that kind of a thing, but you got to look at it in, there's a couple things that you want to look for. First of all, you want a lot of customers. Okay. So what's something that has a lot of customers? Okay. And next, you want to have something that, the side of plumbing you want to do is something that, is where the customer is making more of an emotional decision and not so much based on price. Okay. More of an emotional decision and not price. Okay. And then finally, you want something, you've heard the statement that, cash is king. All right. Well, if cash is king, cash flow is God. Okay. You need that cash flow. So you got to look at, if you take those kinds of things, if you're taking, lots of customers, emotional, what you really want is the customer is making an emotional decision, not a price decision, and something that provides immediate cash flow. If you look at that, and you kind of look at all different plumbing areas, we laid out there, you got new construction. So does new construction kind of cover those things? Does new construction follow, allow, lots of customers? Okay, immediate cash flow, not solely based on price. Not so much. What about commercial? You kind of run through the same kind of a thing. Not so much. What about warranty plumbing? You work for, you're doing warranty work. All right. Not so much. What about maintenance? You get the maintenance accounts, those kinds of things. Not so much. There's only one out there on the plumbing side of things that really has lots of customers. All right. Customers are making emotional decisions, not on price, but making emotional decisions. All right. And there's immediate cash flow. And that's residential service. Okay. Residential service plumbing is where it's at. That's where you make the money, and that's how you can grow a business. So if you're looking to go and that excites you, all right, residential service, then that's the place to be. I say yes. All right. Start a plumbing business. Finally, I would ask you is to get help. Okay. If you're looking to start a plumbing business, is to get help. All right. Let me ask you this, would you climb Mount Everest? Of course not. All right. The best mountain climbers in the world don't climb Mount Everest by themselves. Okay. I should have said, would you climb Mount Everest? Well, maybe, yeah, with help. But the best mountain climbers in the world climb Mount Everest with a guide. And why is that? Why is that? Why is that, sweetheart? The lovely Laura over here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why? Tell us.
Why is that? All right. Because you die on the mountain, all right, without a guide, okay? You're going to die on the mountain, all right? You need that guide that can show you the quickest, all right, the safest, the most secure, route to the summit. They understand the lay of the land. They've been there before, been there, done that kind of a thing. Well, that's the same with you, okay? 95% of all plumbing businesses fail within the first 3 years. 95%, all right, fail within the first 3 years alone. And, the ones that do survive, the 5% that do survive, 97% of those just do just that. They spend the next 10 years just surviving, all right, living literally paycheck to paycheck, robbing from Paul to pay Peter. It'd have been better off just to kind of still, work back at the other company than have all this stress. And that's the reality that you're getting into. All right. So, it's just not smart to go there without a coach. The best, the most successful professional athletes, businessmen and women all use guides, mentors, coaches to take them to the next level. And so should you. Okay. So what do we have there? Okay, so that's what we're looking at. If you're looking to start a business, plumbing business, there's never been a better time. I say go for it. All right, coming from a guy, we started I've been in the plumbing business for 30 years. All right, we've been in our own plumbing business for over 20 years. and started just like you guys in the truck. I get it. I get working for another plumbing company, and you kind of get that ache, and maybe you're one of the top guys, and you're making good money. The customers love you. You're thinking, man, I could do this. So, I get that. All right, but be prepared. You got to ask yourself again, if you're going to step out. There's never been a better time. I say, step out, do it. All right, there's plenty of work. There's plenty of work. You're going to hear from guys and say, hey, don't want to get out there. There's not enough work. There's not enough guys, all that. No, that's just scare tactics. There's plenty of work and there's plenty of guys, okay? But it ain't about plumbing, all right? It's about the plumbing business. So, you got to look at it. You got to decide whether you're really into plumbing or you're into business, all right? First of all, with that. Also, you want to pick the right side of plumbing. You want to do the right kind of plumbing work. And residential service is where it's at. That's where you got to be. And finally, is get coached up.
Hold on, when you start your business, maybe later is the time to add commercial and.
Well, certainly, yeah. And you'll add that. I mean, you can add those kinds of things.
I want to restate my question.
What? Okay, well, the lovely Laura just said, well, yeah, when you first start your business, you want to be in the residential service, and you can add commercial, and you can add new construction, those kinds of things. Well, I'm not so even confident with that.
Well, a small percentage.
But a small percentage. You're never going to have no more than 10%. You don't want any more than 10% being in new construction and, commercial and maintenance kind of work, because again, it's cash flow. You're waiting on your money. It's not secure money. It's cheap. It's all price based. That percentage that you are working for those kinds of organizations and companies and guys and whatever, is that they value you, they appreciate you, but you can't build starting out like that. That's kind of the trap. We all kind of fall into that. I mean, we fell into that, new construction, and man, we thought we were on our way, but then they're holding the money out, or they don't pay for this, and then you got to go after the, you have to go after the money, about put us out of business. Same went with, we had a commercial accounts where, you get the big local, the restaurants, that kind of stuff. And you're doing all the, fixing the faucets and drain openings and that kind of stuff. And you got the account because you have the relationship. That's what we hear a lot of times. I got the relationship. It's strong. I got the relationship. No, you don't, because as soon as that person changes, or that manager changes, and a new person comes in, then they're going to make a change, because they got to show that they're in control. Or, someone else comes along and is going to do it, for $10 less. It's bye-bye, because it's all about the price. Okay. But with residential service, you got lots of customers. All right. And they're making emotional decisions, not price-based decisions. All right. And that's important. They just want their day back. Oh, yeah, they're going to ask you about price, just because that's socially acceptable. Just like when someone sneezes, you say, God bless you. It's the same kind of a thing. It's just, you say hello, or you shake hands. When someone calls, and calls your company, they're going to ask, how much to repair my water heater. It's just a socially acceptable thing to do. Okay. But really, it's an emotional decision that they're making. They're just wanting their day back. Okay. So they just want to hear that you're going to come out and save the day. And so, that's the kind of customer to have. And they pay you when you get done. Money in the bank. Okay. And that's what you want. Money in the bank. All right. So you can turn that over. So that's the place to be. And then finally, just recapping, is to get help. All right. Don't die on your mountainside, because it ain't about plumbing. Don't matter how good of a plumber you are, because there's very little to do about plumbing. Has everything to do about business. And the bottom line is, you haven't been conditioned for business. You haven't been trained for business. Nothing in your plumbing, has taught you how to do business. And that's why guys die on their mountainside, is not because they're not good plumbers, not because they're not good customer service, or not smart, or that their customers didn't love them, all those kinds of things. It just didn't have the business side down. So I don't want you to die on your mountainside. So, if you're looking, if you've gotten in the truck, and you're still in the truck, you got your own business and you're still in the truck, hey, let's talk. You want to make sure that you survive, and you're looking to take your, build your plumbing business empire. Hey, give me a call, okay? Or set up a consultation with me, www.themilliondollarplumber.com/coach. And you'll set up a time with me, and we'll have a conversation about how to build your plumbing business empire. All right. So there we go. All right. I think that's it. Okay. Hey, I do have something free for you though. Even with that, hey, if you are considering starting your own plumbing business, or you already made the jump, all right, there's some things you got to know. You got to know these things that I was just talking about. You got to know business. It ain't about plumbing. It's about business. And there's 7 things that you got to know. There's 7 must knows. All right. And I put it down all in my e-booklet, the 7 must knows to be $1 million plumber. All right. You got to know these principles. All right. In order to survive. You got to know these things. If you don't, you're going to die. You're going to die on your mountainside. Hey, I made it. There's no excuses here. I made it very easy for you to get because it's free. All right. No strings attached. It's free. Simply type free in the comments. That's FREE, and I'll get it right out to you. So there we go. All right. Free in the comments. All right. Did you say we have a comment here?
Yeah.
What do we have?
Residential water heaters, 1,500. Commercial water heaters, 12,000.
Yeah, there we go. You're daggone right, Oscar. All right. And you still can do that, like commercial, that kind of a thing. But I don't know what the point you're trying to make. Where you're going? Where you going there? I always love doing the commercial water heaters. You can do that, but you're waiting on your money. While you're putting out, that commercial water heater is going to cost you $9-8 grand. And for a little guy, it's tough to wait 60 days or better to be hung out for, $8-9 grand, for a good commercial water heater where, those residential water heaters going out left and right. And Mrs. Jones, she just wants to get it done. She just wants to be in hot water again, so she'll pay you, $1,500 like that. You got right when you get done. And there's lots of those kind of customers where the restaurant manager, he'll gladly take all your time. You go out there, you first got to go talk to them, then they got to talk to their corporate office or their owner, and you're waiting on that, and you've already spent time out there. So they're nice jobs to have. That's what we talk about. You can you keep some of the commercial stuff, that light commercial, that's considered light commercial. And it's kind of gravy, but you can pick and choose that, okay? You can pick and choose those kinds of jobs, but you want Mrs. Jones and her $1,500 water heater. You want to be doing 5-10 of those a day. You want to be talking to Mrs. Jones about having a on-demand water heaters. That kind of thing, right? And a water softener, right? Because she's concerned about lifestyle. She likes that soft laundry. She likes that immediate hot water. The endless hot water. So when they're getting ready on the weekends and all the kids, they don't run out of hot water, so that's on the residential service side of things. That's where you're at. They're making emotional decisions and not so much financial decisions. Yeah. Bottom dollar, you're not getting whipped around, waiting on your money. In fact, you remember we had one of those times. We had a restaurant. Oh man, restaurant. And it was, yeah, they had to have it right now. They went with us right now. And they got it. It was like $10,000 or $12,000 for a commercial water heater, and they were going to pay right now. And we had the contract right now, and we get in there and we get it all hooked up. And lo and behold, I'm going to turn this into insurance. And talking with our agent, it may be about 90 days. No way was the $1 million plumber going to deal with that. I got an alter ego showed up. Big Dick Behney showed up. All right, Big Dick Behney showed up. And we called the boys in, and we're going to yank that water heater in. And he sent a couple big boys over to get in my way, and they got out of my way. All right. And then imagine they paid me. They paid me right then. Imagine that. But that's the kind of things that you deal with on the commercial side of things. And just as as a small guy starting out, those are the things that you just want to deal with. It's hard enough, and you don't have to deal with those kinds of things. You don't have to. It doesn't mean you don't have bad residential service customers. I mean, but they're a lot less, and the margins and the stakes aren't as high. So there we go. Residential service is the place to be, boys. All right. There's gold. There's gold in them there hills. All right. So if you're considering doing it and you want that kind of free lifestyle, you can have it. You can have it. That's where we came from. We started in the truck. Started with one beater truck. All right. Baby on the hip. You did. You had the baby on the hip. And we're out there, and we grew a plumbing company, and wound up selling it for for a chunk of change. And all right, and you can too. All right, so if you're thinking about it and you're up for these things that we talked about, you do these things, you can have it too. So there we go. Hey, be sure to order your free report. All right, get the free report if you're considering it, whether you're thinking of starting or you've already started. At a minimum, get that free report. Simply type free in the comments, FREE, to get the 7 must-knows to be a $1 million plumber. All right. All right. Hey, do you want a free drain machine? Lovely Laura's reminding me here. You up for a free drain machine? How would you like a free Spartan drain machine? All right. Yeah, of course you want one. Hey, then join me this coming Monday on Potty Talk Live. We're going to have the cool folks of Spartan in. They're Spartan tools, Spartan drain equipment, drain machines, and they're giving away a free drain machine to our viewers. A Model 700, the power drill, the handheld, everyone needs one of those, okay? It's a $500 value, all right? Has your name on it, all right? Hey, so join me Monday on Monday's Potty Talk Live, and you can be part of that drawing. So there you have it. Hey, I think it's about time to wrap up this episode of Potty Talk Live. It is about time to flush this episode. Hey, but before I let you go, as always, I want to remind you that you were purposefully and wonderfully created, and you were created to do great things. So when you're out there doing your thing, as always, plumb like a champion.